Hi, welcome to a new episode of Beyond Garden, a series that we started last year to introduce you to interesting concepts of the natural world about plants. And today we're talking about coffee, a wonderful smell to wake up to in the morning. But do you know that this plant, within few hundred years from anonymity, has become the second most important commodity of the world after petroleum products? In India, we are still a chai-loving nation. But do you know, last financial year, we consumed about 1.7 million kilograms of coffee. With older players such as Starbucks and new acquired Pret by Reliance, coffee market in India is brewing hot. According to the legend, Kaldi, an Ethiopian herder, was out with his goats in the wild, and he realized that his goats, after consuming this wild shrub that was growing, they started behaving very restless. Out of curiosity, he also consumed some ripe berries. He also realized that he felt very active after consuming those berries. Later, he shared his discovery with the local monks of a monastery. The monks started consuming those berries to stay awake and alert during long prayers. And hence, coffee became popular in the Arabic world. They also started exporting the coffee roasted beans to other countries. They had no intentions to share the profits with others. Therefore, ensured that they were always exporting the roasted coffees. However, in the 16th century, a saint, a pilgrim, an Indian, Baba Budan, bought 7 coffee beans from Yemen and planted them in his courtyard in Chikmagaluru, Karnataka. Later, in the British rule, coffee farming fully flourished, and still 80% of Indian coffee comes from the South Indian states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Especially in the Indian market, you will find primarily 2 kinds of coffee, Arabica and Robusta. Presently, 70% of coffee in Indian market is Robusta. But that was not the case. In 1950, Arabica was very popular. Arabica is a slightly sweet flavored coffee. It is also a very sensitive plant. Because it is very sensitive to kinds of pest and rust, eventually farmers started moving from Arabica to Robusta. Robusta also has higher content of coffee, and that is why a lot of people enjoy Robusta coffee better than Arabica. It does not matter though. Either it's Arabica or Robusta, one needs to know that this journey from a bean to your mug is a quite long one, and it takes about 4 to 5 years to reach your mug. Coffee beans have caffeine that gives the rich aroma. So coffee is often grinded and powdered. But you know what? This powdered coffee is not what is exported or traded in the world. It's actually the beans that are traded and exported. The plant, of course, starts from a seed. From seed, it takes about 3 to 4 years for the berries to come on the plant. These berries are sun-dried, roasted and grinded. But before the beans are roasted and grinded, they go through a process of grading. You know, it's very similar to wine. So the way experts sniff and smell wine and they grade, give them points from 0 to 100, a similar process is followed for coffee, and they're graded from 0 to 100. So a high graded coffee, like something above 80 points, is considered as specialty coffee. Now in India, we have 2 kinds of specialty coffee. One is the Monsooned coffee and the other is the Mysore special coffee. So the Monsooned coffee is actually called the Monsooned coffee, and the Mysore specialty coffee is called the Mysore Nuggets. So there's an interesting story behind the Monsooned coffee. When ships used to carry coffee from India to Europe, they realized because of the monsoon winds, the beans, they absorbed water, they became bigger in size, and they also turned yellow. And that's how the specialty coffee called the Monsooned coffee took birth. And the second specialty coffee from India is, of course, the Mysore Nuggets. Only 2% of the Arabica coffee comes in this category of specialty coffee. The story of coffee is not complete without sharing the numbers on the impact that coffee has on our economy. Today, India is the 7th largest producer of coffee in the world. 70% of our production is exported. Daily, 7 lakh people are employed during this process of coffee production. In 1993, our earnings from coffee was just 500 crores. 30 years fast forward, today it's about 5,000 crores. Be it Americano, espresso, or whatever variation of coffee you may enjoy, remember this cup of coffee has a long history. Think about that tiny seed. Think about the laborers who work in the plantation to grow that coffee, to bring that coffee to your mug. Before I vanish from your screen, I want to remind you that Garden Up survives on patronage of gardening enthusiasts such as you. We do not accept donations because we value our products and services. If you would want to support us, please check out our Garden Up store. Who knows, you might find something useful there for your plants, for your home, or for your balcony. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon.